wouldn't go fast, would you? Boots Randolph, our special guest on Heart to Heart. I think I hurt myself, I'm not sure. On Heart to Heart, we'll be right back after this word. Yakety Sax. All right. Boots Randolph, it is great to have you on Heart to Heart.
Thank you.
You're a hero of mine, and any musician that's ever involved in country music or just about any other kind of field of music knows and respects the name of Boots Randolph. You accomplished something that's extremely difficult to do, and that is an instrumentalist that becomes a household word name, and to become I guess you'd say a star. A star, usually an instrumentalist ends up being a background person, but you ended up being in the front. And how did that come about?
Well, first of all, Nashville has been very good to me over these years, as you know. And I guess we both came to Nashville pretty close to the same time, as I moved there in 1961. And my first trip in Nashville was like 1958. And my connection into Nashville, I'm keep regressing here, but Chet Atkins was my first connection there, and then I recorded.
How'd you meet Chet?
Through a friend, a writer, a songwriter, Spider Rich from up in Kentucky.
Yeah, sure.
You might know Spider. He was a good songwriter, and he wrote some songs and some tunes for Chet to play, some instrumentals. Spider's a good guitar player. Anyway, he and I got to know each other up in Evansville, Indiana. This is like in 1958, and he says, I want to take you to Nashville and let you get involved, meet some people down there. He says, Chet Atkins, a good friend of mine, he says, I want you to meet Chet. So we did some demos for songwriters. And on the end, I worked on the demos with him, and on the end of it, I put a little sax on the end of it. And he says, I'll take you down and let Chet hear it. He says, I think he'll like it. So I don't remember what I played. It seemed like we played some country things like Chicken Reel or Turkey in the Straw or something. Anyway, Spider took it down to Chet, and Chet heard. He says, "Boy, this guy plays different. He's got a different sound. He's a little different technique." He says, "I'd like to meet him." So I came to Nashville with Spider and met Chet, and from there it kind of progresses. If you guys will come up with a song, maybe we can record you. And, well, we came up with a couple of little bad things, and we did record them, but nothing happened. So we kept working. And somehow about that time, Yakety Sax came to me, and Spider and I were writing together, and we got together and kind of figured it out. And went down and played it for Chet, and he says, let's record it.
A monster record.
It was my thing, you might say.
Your signature song.
Yeah. Everybody has to have one, you know, and it really opened up every door that my success has truly been built on that one lick.
How did the different sound, because you certainly have a different sound than any sax player that I've ever known or anybody else that I know has ever heard. How did that develop? Were you playing in a big band or something in the Kentucky area or in the Evansville area? How did it evolve?
Well, I think probably coming from the background that I did in the country, my folks, we lived at Cadiz, Kentucky, a little small country town, and we all played music back during those early years of my life in the early 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, during the Depression years. And I don't think I have to tell you that anybody lived through there. It was pretty tough times. And we
particularly tough in that area too.
Yeah, it really was. It was tough, and a lot of people were out of work, and there was no money. But we enjoyed ourselves as a family by playing musical instruments and entertaining ourselves. There was no television, of course, and very little radio. And we listened to the Grand Ole Opry, and we were country people, and we played some country music and everything. So I guess my roots and my background goes back that far, that when I did finally get to the sax, this was several years later. I was 16, 17
What did you start playing first?
Well, actually, I probably played some kind of guitar, ukulele or something, small string instrument. And then in about the 7th grade, I started getting into the junior high school band in Cadiz, Kentucky. Played baritone horn, then the trombone. And then I kind of drifted away from the music a little bit. And then when I got to Evansville, Indiana, this was like 1943, 44, I got into the high school band, and strangely enough, through playing saxophone for about 6 months, my dad bought this sax, the first one I had, and he says, maybe you'll enjoy playing this thing. So I honked around and drove everybody nuts for about a month. Finally, I got good enough. My 2 brothers played too, older than I'm the youngest, and they taught me quite a bit. You know, one of them did arrangements and writing and played the trumpet, and so this just made my interest even better. And after getting into school, and I got drafted into service in 1945, and then went into the Army band and all that business. And when I came out, that's how I perceived myself more or less being a jazz player. Wanted to be, and still am, and still want to be. But I'm saying this, that why not be able to play other forms of music? You know? So then I got involved into playing in nightclubs and lounges and things like that during that 40s and 50s era. And when I came to Evansville, Indiana, I played in a club up there. And from there on to Nashville, and Chet Atkins says, "Well, you're an old country boy." Says, "I guess you could play them old hoedowns and play all that other stuff." I said, "Sure, why not?" So he started putting me on records. First recording session I remember was Dale Wood, and I think I played trombone on her session.
I know you played everything.
I did. I played everything. I had 4 saxophones: soprano, alto, tenor, and baritone. I had trombone, and I played marimbas and vibes and piano. I don't know what all the heck I did play.
Whatever needed.